Disney's Princess Tangled, Marmalade Moon Night. Rapunzel, sighed Mother Gothel, was away, leaving Rapunzel alone in the tower. Luckily, her best friend, Pascal, was there to keep her company. "What do you want to do now, Pascal?" Rapunzel asked. She spent the day brushing her hair, which took most of the afternoon, painting a new mural on the wall, and rereading her 3 books. Now it was growing fast. She glanced over at a dozing Pascal and said, "No, I don't think it's bedtime yet. I'm not very tired." Rapunzel strolled to the window and gasped. "Look at that moon, Pascal," Rapunzel exclaimed. "It looks like a giant bowl of marmalade." Just then a flock of birds flew across the night sky, making a strange face in the glowing moon. "Oh, that is scary." Rapunzel shivered with glee. Suddenly she had an idea. "I know, let's make tonight Marmalade Moon Night. We can start our very own spooky holiday. Now we just need to start some creepy traditions." First, Rapunzel wanted to make a lantern that looked like a scary moon face. There was just one problem. There wasn't anything around the tower that was lantern-like. "How about this?" Rapunzel asked, holding up a watermelon. Pascal watched as Rapunzel carefully started carving. "Ta-da!" Rapunzel said. When she was finished, Pascal looked at the carving watermelon skeptical. All right, Rapunzel said. "It's not exactly spooky, but it's not that bad for my first try." Rapunzel put it down on the table and stepped back to admire it. As soon as she let it go, the watermelon rolled off the table, hit the floor, and smashed into pieces. "Humph," she said. "Remind me next time that moon-o-melons tend to roll." "Now let's play a game," Rapunzel said. She glanced at the rest of the items in the fruit bowl. "These look like marmalade moons," she said, picking up a few peaches. She filled a large tub with water and added the peaches, which floated to the surface. "Okay, Pascal," she said, "try to pick one up, but no hands or feet. You can only use your mouth." Pascal seemed to think it over. Then his long tongue flicked out, lassoing a peach, and plucked it right out of the water. Rapunzel laughed. "No fair," she cried. Then she took her turn. She plunged her head into the water, mouth wide open. She came up coughing and sputtering, without a peach. Rapunzel tried again and again, but each time the peaches bobbed away and out of her reach. Finally, she climbed into the tub, standing knee-deep in the water, and tried one more time. Once again, she just could not get her teeth on a peach. Overcome with frustration, Rapunzel flopped down in the water, sloshed out the sides, and spilled onto the floor. Now the peach lay on the floor in a shallow puddle of Rapunzel, leaning down, bit into one and picked it up. "Aha!" she cried victoriously, taking out the peach of her mouth, "and it's much easier this way." While Pascal munched on his peach, Rapunzel snuck away to put her spooky idea into action. "Perfect," she said, peering into the linen cupboard. A few minutes later, Rapunzel crept out of hiding and by candlelight. "Boo, I am the Marmalade Moon Ghost," she said, whipping a bedsheet around her. Pascal took one look at the figure and suddenly appeared and panicked. "Boo," Rapunzel repeated, but her friend was nowhere to be seen. "Pascal," she cried out, realizing that she might have really scared him. She added, "I'm sorry, this was supposed to be fun, not scary. Where was he?" Do you see Pascal? He's right there. Okay, here we go. Pascal peeked around cautiously from his hiding spot. He saw it, and it really was Rapunzel under a sheet, and he breathed a sigh of relief. He started to move from his hiding spot at the same time Rapunzel spotted him right in front of her. "Ah!" she cried, and fell backward, startled. "Okay," Rapunzel admitted with a laugh, "that This was a little more scary than it was fun. She sat down next to Pascal on the chair. "No more tricks," she said. "I promise." She glanced outside and saw another flock of birds that had made a whole new shape in front of that moon. Looking at it, she had an idea for some marmalade moon dress-up fun without the spookiness. Rapunzel gathered her things she needed, black and purple fabric, scissors and needle and thread, and she got to work. "No peeking," she said to Pascal. "I'm making something for you, too." Pascal seemed perfectly content to have a little quiet time. He had nearly dozed off when Rapunzel's voice woke him with a start. "Well, how do I look?" She looked just like a witch, wearing a witch's hat that she made herself and holding a broom. Witches love flying across the marmalade moon, especially with their little black cats. She exclaimed. "Here's your costume," she exclaimed, gently trying a pair of black cat ears onto Pascal's head. Pascal did not seem amused, but Rapunzel loved the way the both costumes had turned out. "Perfect," she cried, clapping her hands joyfully in front of the mirror. Pascal cheered up when Rapunzel told him what the next part of the celebration was, eating some more sweet treats. He even seemed to warm up to his costume. So that night, high in a tower, deep in the woods, a friendly witch and her chameleon kitty enjoyed their very first spooky holiday together. And that's all for tonight, so hopefully stay tuned and we'll share some more Disney 5-minute stories, Halloween stories, with you again tomorrow. And I just wanted to tell you today, Grandpa went and got his blood work, and I got my flu shot. So I've had not only the COVID, but I've had the flu shot, and I'm protected, and that's the best thing I can tell you, is just get your protection going into flu season. And I wish you all nothing but the best. My animals, which is, I had a question in the inbox about Sonic of all things. They said, on here you've told us about Sonya, but who is Sonic? I thought I explained this, but I'll go back to that. When we got both cats, we didn't realize, I thought that one was a boy and one was a girl. After we went to the vet, we were told, no, both boys. So the vet was like, "You got 5 seconds to give me another boy name." Well, the technician in the room said, "Well, Heathcliff is after a cartoon. Why don't we name Sonya," which is not correct because Sonya's a male. "Let's name Sonya Sonic after the blue hedgehog." So that's exactly how he came upon his name. So I hope that helps out with that mystery. I got some rearranging done in the house today, which that's good. I plan on doing some more rearranging coming up, but a little bit at a time. So not to overextend myself or get myself overworried or overworked, but a little bit at a time. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll keep you updated as much as I can with any news, and we'll go from there.